You are in the middle of a heated conversation. Without warning, the other man steps into your personal space, raises his hand, and points a finger directly in your face. That specific gesture is a primitive biological dominance test. He is attempting to trigger your fight or flight response. If you choose flight, you flinch or step back. That split-second physical reaction communicates submission, handing him the lead in the interaction. If you choose fight, you lose your temper and swat his hand away. That reaction makes you look emotionally unstable and places you at fault for escalating the conflict. To neutralize this threat without throwing a punch, you execute the anchor stare protocol. Whoever controls their physical response in this moment determines who leads the interaction and who follows. The protocol begins the exact millisecond his finger enters your personal space. Step 1 is the anchor. You must freeze your body completely and hold your physical ground like a concrete pillar. This visual illustrates the success metric for the anchor. Do not flinch and do not swat. Your feet must not move a single inch from where the interaction started. Once your body is physically anchored, you initiate a counterattack using only your eyes. Step 2 is the 1-second dismissal. Slowly drop your gaze downward and look directly at his pointing finger. Your facial expression during this movement is critical. Look at the hand with complete boredom and mild disgust, as if you are observing a piece of trash. This diagram illustrates the strict timing rule for this action. Your eyes remain on his finger for exactly 1 second, no longer. By reacting to his aggression with boredom instead of fear, you strip his primary weapon of its intended power. After that single second, you shift your focus away from the dismissed finger and back to his face. Step 3 is the eye lock. Slowly raise your eyes back up to meet his. Once you establish eye contact, follow a strict rule of engagement. Lock directly onto his eyes and completely stop blinking. Step 4 is the command. You issue a specific, undeniable verbal instruction. You simply say, "Put your hand down." Avoid the vocal mistakes that ruin your composure. Do not yell, do not repeat the command, and do not make a threat. Compare these two audio waveforms. Do not use the volatile energy of a yell. You need a deep, flat, monotone voice. That tone acts as a psychological mirror. By eliminating vocal inflection, you contrast his emotional chaos against your total calm. Combining an unblinking stare with a monotone command establishes you as the immovable presence in the room, making his outburst appear ineffective and reactionary. The moment you finish speaking the command, allow a cold, heavy silence to fill the space between you. Step number 5 is the silent hold. Maintain your unbroken eye contact and let the silence do the heavy lifting. The weight of your physical composure forces him to confront the lack of a reaction, activating his subconscious survival instincts. Faced with absolute stillness, he completely deflates. He lowers his hand and complies with the boundaries you established. The immediate threat is neutralized, and your control over the situation is established without committing a single act of violence. A person who understands their own power does not react to every provocation. They simply command the space they occupy. Mentally rehearse these steps so that when a finger is pointed, your response is an instinctual protocol rather than an emotional reaction.